Hi, my name is Annie. Welcome to the Walking Word, where we go through the Bible in a year. And for us to go through the Bible in a year, we read 5 chapters a day. And it's just discipline. 5 chapters a day wouldn't take you more than 20 minutes. And for now, we're reading Genesis chapter 43. Okay. The second journey to Egypt. Now the famine in the land grew more severe. So when he had used up all the rations they had brought from Egypt, their father said to them, "Go back and procure us a little more food." But Judah, remember the name Judah, one of the sons of Jacob, and Judah means praise, right? But Judah replied, "The man strictly warned us, 'You shall not appear in my presence unless your brother is with you.'" Meanwhile, remember, Simeon is still in prison in Egypt. So these guys have gone back home, eaten food. Now food has run out. Their dad is sending them back to Egypt. Simeon is still in captivity. But let's continue. The man strictly warned us, "You shall not appear in my presence unless your brother is with you. If you are willing to let our brother go with us, we will go down to procure for food. But if you're not willing, we will not go down," because the man told us, "You shall not appear in my presence unless your brother is with you." Israel demanded, "Why did you bring this trouble on me by telling the man that you had another brother? Why did you even say it in the first place?" They answered, "The man kept on asking about ourselves and our family. Is your father still living? Do you have another brother?" We had to answer his questions. How could we know what he would say? "Bring your brother down here." Mhm. Then then Judah urged his father Israel, and this is very critical. Why Judah had to be the one to finally plead with Joseph. Then Judah urged his father Israel, "Let the boy go with me." Mhm. Sacrificially. I, Judah, will take responsibility. "Let Judah go with me, that we may be off and on our way if you and we and our children are to keep from starving to death. I myself will stand surety for him." So remember Reuben. Reuben said, "If I go and they don't give us Benjamin back, then you can kill two of my sons." But listen to what Judah says. "I myself will stand surety for him. You can hold me responsible for him. If I fail to bring him back to set him in your presence, you can hold it against me forever." Had we not dilly dallied, we could have been there and back twice by now. I put me in place of Benjamin. If anything happens to Benjamin, take it upon me. And this is where we start even seeing, of course, the story of the Messiah, of Jesus Christ, starts from even before the foundations of the earth, and the sacrificial nature of God. And we see it now from the lineage of Jesus himself, that Judah himself has placed himself as surety. "I myself will stand surety for him. You can hold me responsible for him." Verse 11. Their father Israel then told them, "If it must be so, then do this. Put some of the land's best products in your baggage and take them down to the man as gifts: some balm and honey, gum and resin, and pistachios and almonds. Also, take extra money along, for you must return the amount that was put back in the mouths of your bags. It may have been a mistake. Take your brother too and be off on your way back to the man. May God Almighty dispose the man to be merciful toward you, so that he may let your other brother go, Simeon, as well as Benjamin. As for me, I am to suffer bereavement, I shall suffer it. If I'm to suffer bereavement, I shall suffer it." So he's just like, "Okay, we gotta do what we gotta do." So the men got the gifts, took double the amount of money with them, and accompanied by Benjamin, were off on their way down to Egypt to present themselves to Joseph. When Joseph saw Benjamin with them, he told his head steward, Take these men into the house and have an animal slaughtered and prepared, for they are to dine with me at noon. Okay. Doing as Joseph had ordered, the steward conducted the men of Joseph's house. But on being led to his house, they became apprehensive. It must be, they thought, on account of the money put back in our bags. The first time that we are taken inside, they want to use us as pretext to attack us and to take our donkeys and seize us as slaves. So they went up to Joseph's head steward and talked to him at the entrance of the house. If you please, sir, they said, we came down here once before to procure food. But when we arrived at a night's encampment and opened our bags, there was each man's money in the mouth of its bag. Our money is the full amount. Mhm. Panic. Telling on yourself early is the best. Mapema ndio best. Now, and brought it back. We have brought we have brought other money to procure food with. We do not know who put the first money in our bags. Be at ease. Of course, this steward is replying, you have no need to fear. Your God and the God of your father must have put treasures in your bags for you. As for your money, I received it. With that, he led Simeon out to them. So Simeon has been released from the dungeon. The steward then brought the men inside Joseph's house. He gave them water to bathe their feet and got fodder for their donkeys. Then they set out their gifts to await Joseph's arrival at noon. For they had for they had heard that they were to dine there. When Joseph came home, they presented him with gifts they had brought inside, while they bowed down before him on the ground. After inquiring how they were, he asked them, and how is your aged father of whom you spoke? Is he still in good health? Your servant, our father, is thriving and still in good health, they said, as they bowed respectfully. When Joseph's eye fell on his full brother Benjamin, he asked, is this your youngest brother of whom you told me? Then he said to him, may God be gracious to you, my boy. With that, Joseph had to hurry out, for he was so overcome with affection for his brother that he was on the verge of tears. Can you imagine over 15 years never seeing, actually, it could be even more, about 30 years of not seeing your sibling, your only blood sibling, and you finally see them and you still can't reveal your identity and you're just overwhelmed and you're in this room with them and you want to tell them everything you've been up to in the past 30 years. And he went into a private room and he wept there. After washing his face, he reappeared and now in control of himself, gave the order, okay, serve the meal. It was served separately to him. To the brothers and to the Egyptians who partook of his board, Egyptians may not eat with Hebrews. That is abhorrent to them. So when they were seated by his directions according to their age, from the oldest to the youngest, they looked at one another in amazement. And as portions were brought to them from Joseph's table, Benjamin's portion was 5 times as large as anyone else's. So they drank freely and made merry with him. Okay. So there's something here that caught my eye that and we'll learn more about these laws when we come to Leviticus. It was served, so Joseph's food was always served separately from the Egyptians. Number one, it's because the Egyptians found it abhorrent to eat with Hebrews. But here's the thing again in the laws, one of the commands of and the laws of God is that you should not eat food served to idols. And remember, Egyptians were pagan worshippers. So Joseph had no problem. It was perfectly fine for him to eat his food separately. We move to the final test in chapter 44.